Hey everyone, so before we begin today's video, we actually wanted to do a small beginning portion that kind of explains a little bit more about the rules in Villainous. If you guys are not interested in the rules and just want to see the gameplay, go ahead and click the skip button to this timestamp. But if you guys are more interested in learning about the game mechanics as itself, then this is here for you. So with every character board, there's also this character villain guide, because every character has a different skill set and different cards that help the villain achieve their goal. So for instance, in here, for Maleficent, it teaches you about the importance of the Raven card. For her particularly, if you pull the Raven card, which is an ally, you can move him anywhere on the board and get an extra action. So, and we'll kind of go over that as we're going through this. Every character also has an action symbol card. This just tells you exactly what each symbol means. If you've watched our first video, I kind of briefly go over it, but if you want to take a snapshot of the symbol, you can do that now. Essentially, the game is done by certain actions that are on the board. Every villain has 3 phases to their turn. Every character has their own movement piece. So essentially, the way that your turn goes is you, as a villain, get to choose any location on the map that is open for you to go to. So for instance, I just made it to the forest, and the forest has 3 different action icons. So there is a token icon, which is a power token. These are the power tokens. There is this is what you'll normally see in the center of the table. It'll have a big cauldron with all of the tokens available for people to use, spend, etc., etc. So yes, for this one right here, I am able to gain 3 power tokens. I am also able to discard my hand and play 2 different cards. So every deck is unique in its own right. Every character has their villain deck, which matches essentially the color of their deck. And you have various types of cards. So this one, for instance, is an ally. If I wanted to, I can spend 2 power. Cards have a specific power indicator telling you how much power you need to spend in order to play this ally. Allies also have power to them, an attack power. This is very important for when we go over fate cards. So you have allies, you also have curses, and you also have items and effect cards. The type of cards that you get really depend on what type of character you're playing. Like we've stated before, every deck is unique in its own right. Just for right now, we're going over Maleficent, so this is her specifically. So for your allies, again, there is an attack portion of it, but there's also what is called the Fate deck. So Fate decks are universally white, but they also have the symbols from their corresponding decks. It's kind of whitewashed, so you can't really see the yellow symbols, but this is what a fate deck is. So it is separate from your villain deck. This is set to either side, whatever you're more comfortable with. Essentially, though, what a fate deck is there is a fate option on every single board. This is the fate action that you can perform. When you perform a fate action, you are essentially attacking a different villain in their universe. So, for instance, if someone were to fate me, I would hand them 2 of my fate cards, and the person who fated me gets to choose the one of the 2 cards to play. The second card that they choose not to play actually gets discarded. And we'll kind of go over a couple of the things that are in the fate deck. Sorry, the lighting's kind of weird. But essentially you have heroes, you have effects, and you also have items. So it's very similar to the villain deck. However, heroes are the ones that you're fighting against. They also have a corresponding power to it. Hopefully it can stop being whitewashed. So for instance, Flora has a power of 3, and they're placed in the same location. So There are multiple ways that a character or an ally can be moved. If you are a villain, there is a move ally and or item option, which means that you can move them one adjacent space, left or right. And then, as well as your fate deck will allow people to move heroes on either side of the board, and stuff like that. So there are multiple things to the game that kind of alter and change based on what kind of character you're playing. But essentially the basis of the game, per turn. So at the beginning of your turn, you will have 4 cards in your hand. And it'll be a combination of item, ally, curses, etc., etc. On your turn, you move your token to a designated location. You perform all or as many as the actions that you want to. You are not required to perform all the actions. It is just if you want to perform those actions. A big reason why heroes are important is because you'll notice that there's a transparent outline of a card. If a hero and or effect is placed upon that area, you as a villain are not able to perform those 2 acts until this hero is defeated. Once that hero is defeated, you are then allowed to access those 2 actions. So playing heroes on the different villains is extremely important. But going on to the second phase as well, you finish off all of your actions. And say for instance we played a card right here. We would put it in our discard pile, and when we end our turn, we pick up another card. That way we are back to 4 cards in total. That is the end of phase 3, and then it goes on to the next person. So that is essentially the way that the turns work in the game. The whole objective is to reach your designated objective. Every single character is unique in their own right. So just be sure that you're paying attention to everyone's main goal at the beginning of the video to understand the reason why certain actions are being played. So I hope this little segment helped explain a little bit more about how the game itself is played. Again, each character is unique in their own right. So I hope this kind of cleared everything up, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So we're going to jump right in. So we're going to introduce our characters and also explain what our objectives are. So I am playing Pete, and my objective is to complete the 4 selected goals that are on my side.
I am playing as Radigan, and as of right now, my objective is to start my turn with the Robot Queen at Buckingham Palace. That objective can change if that's later down the line.
I am Yzma, and I've got to defeat Kuzco using Croc.
I'm playing Dr. Facilier, and I have to control the talisman and successfully rule in New Orleans.
And I am playing Mother Gothel. I have to start my turn with at least 10 trust.
Interesting. Okay. So we're going to draw our 4 cards from our hand. And we will have our guests go first. So because it's the beginning of the game, Brandy, you get 1 power.
I thought I got nothing. Okay.
He gets nothing. You get 1. You get
I get 2.
2.
He gets 2.
2, and I get 3.
Aha!
Good? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to move Dr. Facilier to the bayou.
Down to the bayou.
Down to the bayou, and I'm going to play Friends on the Other Side, which goes into my fortune pile, which I have to start accumulating. And I gain 2 power, and I forgot already to grab 3 power. So that is in the bayou. And I can play another card, and I think I will, because the allies still confuse me. I'm going to play Voodoo Dolls. When Voodoo Dolls are moved, you may move a hero the same distance and direction. Costs 1 power token, and I'm just going to put him down on Tiana's place. And I'm done with my turn.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and move Mother Gothel to the Snuggly Duckling. I'm gonna get 3 power for that. I have 2 play cards, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Mother Knows Best, meaning at the end of my turn, Rapunzel will not move from where she's at. That is very important for me. I'm also going to go ahead and play this 1, 2. The crown. 1 for here, 1 for here. When a hero is defeated at this location, either gain 2 power or discard crown to gain 1 trust. It's just an item. I have placed it. Alright. With that, I can discard cards, but I don't want to. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my 2s. Normally, at the end of my turn, Rapunzel is to move 1 place forward towards Corona.
Yes.
Because I played that card, she does not move. Every time she is at Rapunzel's tower, I'll get back to that. Go ahead, Val.
Okay, it's my turn. I am going to move Pete down to the Puddock Landing. Puddock. I am going to play a Sneaky Pete card. Draw 2 cards into your hand, then put 1 card from your hand on the top or bottom of your deck.
Ooh.
Alright, this is expended. I also get 3 power. 1, 2, 3. I can discard and play another card. I am going to spend 3 tokens to play Bank Loot. Bank Loot can only be played to Frontier Town. Frontier Town gains 1 additional token. Power token.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
And I end my turn.
Okay. I'm going to move right again into Flaversham's Toy Shop. Gives me 3 power. I picked exactly 3. I'm going to use 1 to activate Gears. When you play an item, you may discard Gears from your realm to reduce the cost of the item by 3 power, excuse me. Put that in the secret layer for the time being. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. I'm going to move Yzma to the palace, where she loves to be. Pick
She
up
thrives.
2. Yes, she does. And while she's at the palace, she's going to go ahead and have her beauty sleep, which is horrifying. Beauty sleep can only be played as the first and only action performed on your turn. Before Yzma moves on to your next turn, you may gain 2 power, draw 2 cards, and move a hero to an adjacent space.
Dang.
So,
There's a lot of actions in that card.
yep, and that ends my turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move Dr. Facilier to the parade. Pick up. I should move this over here. So knock it down. Pick up 2 power tokens. Still not a good spell. And I'm going to. He's got some issues because a lot of his cards can't be put into the fortune pile, so you just have to hold on. So he's kind of annoying. I'm going to play Sleight of Hand, which costs 1 power token. Put it into the fortune pile. Sleight of Hand is look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 into your hand, and discard the rest.
Ooh.
2, 3. So I'm discarding Cane and Mass Spirits. Is that face up or face down? I always forget.
For what?
Face up for your discard.
For discard.
Yeah,
pile.
discards always face up.
I'm keeping. Wait. Do I need to tell you guys what I'm keeping?
No.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute. Oversharing here.
I mean, if you want to tell us, that's
You're
fine.
great on doing
Those
the
go
quick action
in-
communication.
Discard?
This is my fortune pile.
Yeah,
this
fortune,
is my
and that's the
discard
discard.
pile.
Okay.
I'll move it more over here.
Yeah.
I have a lot of piles.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Because I think I can discard a card too, right? Yeah, I'm going to discard Shadow Spirits. Because I don't know what to do with it yet. And then I'm just going to pick up 1 more card. And that is the end of my turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and
Love
move
this.
to the forest where I get 2 power. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 power to do what once was mine. Choose a card from your discard pile and put it into your hand. That was one of my play actions. I'm going to go ahead and play another Mother Knows Best again and prevent Rapunzel from moving again.
Jeez. Okay.
I'm going to draw my card because I don't want to move anything, and I'm good.
Okay. I am moving Pete to the airport. I'm getting 1 power. I can move an item and play an item. So I'm going to. I'm going to play a Sneaky Pete once again. So draw 2 cards into your hand, then put 1 card from your hand to the top or the bottom of the deck. And then I'm going to fate Rapunzel.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not Rapunzel.
I am.
Mother God.
Whatever.
Mother Gothel.
Gothel.
Mother God. I am Mother God.
No. That's too much power.
Let's see here. I am going to discard Aging, and I'm going to play Maximus. His effect takes no effect, but his effect is when Maximus is played, you may move a royal rider at his location to another location. I am placing it on Rona. And I end my turn.
Alright. Move right again to Big Ben. And I get 2 power. And I'm going to play Greatest Criminal Mind. I have to draw 2 cards or gain 2 power. That's going to get 2 power. And I can either move an item or vanquish. Can't really vanquish anything right now. I'll just take my card and end my turn.
Awesome. My turn. So before I even do anything, I want to gain 2 power. And I'm going to draw 2 cards because of my lovely little effect right here. And then, let me see.
So the effect stays.
No,
No, so now
after
you've
that's
used it,
done.
now it's done.
Yes.
Unless it says otherwise.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to move to the jungle. Pick up 3. 2, 3. I'm going to play Eavesdrop. Choose one of my fate decks. Look at all the cards. Shuffle and return them. As well.
Interesting.
Start with the jungle.
Very interesting.
Okay. My objective is to find Kuzco in the fate decks.
Right.
So,
It's this one.
is that your card?
I knew it.
All right. And now I want to play. All right, I'll pay 1 to play after that. Choose one of your fate decks. Reveal all the cards. Play and reveal all heroes. Yeah, play all revealed heroes to that location. Shuffle and return the rest. I want to go here. Wrong lever. Tipo.
Debo!
Cusco.
Ew.
Found him. And okay. Another effect on the run. So shuffle these. Return them here. That goes bye-bye.
Yep.
Okay, I will end my turn.
Okie dokie, I'm moving to Tiana's place. Pick up
Just go.
and 1 power token. I'm going to discard Shadow Spirits because I keep me up with that card and I'm sure I'll need it later. I don't need to pick up one yet. And I'm going to fate. I was going to fate Mother Gothel, but it just feels me at this point. But since he's already got 50%, I'm going to fate Yzma. How does that work?
I think you pick
You
one of
would
the
just
decks.
choose one of the decks. Hold on. During their turn, if another player targets you with a fate action, you may play superiority. You choose which of your fate decks they must look at.
Oh.
And you can look at
The one you looked at?
that one. Yes.
I'll say one of the two that he.
So,
I still-
let me check.
Hold on.
Let me double check. Make sure. Okay, Easement's Fate. When an opponent targets you with a fate action, they may choose one of your fate decks, secretly look at all the cards in it, and choose one card to play. If they choose a card to play a hero, that hero must be played at that to the location of the fate deck that it came from. All other cards are shuffled or returned to that fate deck. None of the cards can be played. All of them are returned.
And you said this.
Yes, I did.
So I can look at all 4.
You can.
Okay. And then this is the fate card I'm going to play.
Okay.
Bucky.
And that's the one you.
Bucky.
Kronk cannot be used to defeat Bucky.
Okay, so if that's a hero, it goes right there. Boom. Done.
Nice.
And my turn
Screw
is
you, squirrel.
done. I'm just picking.
Squeaker, squeak, squeak,
Alright, I'm
squeak.
gonna go ahead and move back to the Snuggly Duckling and pick up 3 power.
Oh.
Squeak,
I'm going
squeak,
to
squeak.
play 1 power to play a Royal Guard. When the Royal Guard is moved, you may move a hero from the Royal Guard's previous location to his new location. I am going to discard 1 card, draw 2, and my turn is over.
Alright, I'm moving back to Poddock Landing. I'm getting 3 tokens. Oh, Rapunzel moves? Okay.
Rapunzel moves.
I am going to play a game. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Gain power equal to the sum of their costs. Then discard them. So,
Be 0.
3, 4. So I get 4 power.
And they get discarded?
Yes, those 2 got discarded. But, hold on, give me a second. Gain it. So, for my goal on this location, it was to gain at least 4 power from playing a play a game at this location.
Very nice.
So this is done. I also have another play and a discard. So I am going to spend 3 to play Stolen Cargo. Stolen Cargo can only be played to the airport. This location gains 1 additional power.
Damn.
And that ends my turn.
Okay. Move right again to Buckingham Palace. I get 1. I'm going to activate a card, which again will be Creative Criminal Mind. Draw 2 cards, gain 2 power. So power right off the bat. And I'm gonna right now just discard 2 other cards, and I'm going to fate Pete.
Okay, here are your 2 cards.
Thank you.
Initial placement.
So I can paddle with this one for? So for this one I can just do it, or would I not be able to?
Is it an effect?
Yeah, it's an effect.
Yes.
You
can.
Okay, outlawed. I'm gonna discard this one.
Okay.
Outlawed. Pete loses up to 2 power. He may reveal 1 gold token in Pete's realm.
Oh, okay.
So that way we know what the goal is and it will keep.
So this says start your turn with at least 3 items at this location. Actually, I'm going to take this because I
You did take it.
Yes.
So so for Pete, the goals are hidden until there's a card that reveals what the action is.
And you discarded 2 cards?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm going to play Desperation. During their turn, if another player discards 2 or more cards, you may play Desperation. Choose a card from the fortune pile and put it into your hand.
Huh.
I'm going to...
No, I know my goals are in.
So I'll
But
have...
for let's us.
Well, I'm
So
discarding
fight,
this now,
yeah.
right? I
Yes.
use this, so this
Yep.
goes away. And this goes
That
back
is
to my
correct.
pile.
Okay, and then I got my cards and I have my turn.
I'm gonna move back to the palace. Pick up 2. I'm going to play 1 to do another beauty sleep.
Oof.
That's my 1 and only action. So that will end my turn.
Okie dokie. I'm going to move back to the
Yeah,
bayou.
this is my discard.
Pick up 3 power tokens. Okie dokie. I'm going to play the Talisman, which costs 3 power tokens. Put him down on the bayou. And then I'm going to, because I can play 2 cards, I'm going to rule New Orleans and put which also costs 3 power tokens, and put it into the fortune pile. Isn't that everything I have to do?
How many? Yeah, what's your thing?
Control the talisman and successfully rule New Orleans?
To achieve Dr. Fallister's objective, you must reveal the card Rule New Orleans from the fortune pile, which
You did.
You pulled it from the fortune pile?
It wasn't pulled from the
No,
fortune
no.
pile. It's
It was
in
placed.
his fortune
It's
pile.
in the
Yeah.
fortune pile.
So I'm
So
pretty sure it
that-
has to be played from
So
the
now I
fortune.
have to play
Yeah, I
it.
think
Yes,
it has to be
this
played
fortune
from
effect still needs to take over.
Oh, okay. Because it's in his fortune now, he has to play it
Yes.
from that deck.
Because now you guys have seen everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And then,
okay.
however, you must also control the talisman. So I'm wondering if there's a card with,
There
like...
Well, no.
probably is.
With that, if there's a hero over here, the talisman has to go to the hero.
Correct.
Then he has to defeat the hero in order to get control back.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
So no, you did not win
No.
yet.
Not
God,
yet.
Ah, jeez.
Ah.
Okay, so I
There's the
will
brandy we know.
roll 2, and I will end my turn.
Cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move to the forest. And I'm drawing 2 power. I am going to move
Can I see your-
the Royal Guard to Rapunzel's tower. When the Royal Guard is moved, you may move a hero from the Royal Guard's previous location to his new location. That's
Very nice.
1 move. And I'm going to spend 1 to place the Royal Guard at the Snuggly Duckling.
Wow.
And draw my cards, and I'm done.
All right, it is my turn, so I am going to move. Darn it. Back to the airport. I am going to take 2 power because there's an additional 1 with my stolen cargo. I am going to play Sneaky Pete. Draw 2, and I put 1 at the bottom or the top of my deck.
The fact that you don't get one. The fact that it's a free action. Oh, you don't. It doesn't cost anything.
Yes, that is true. And I can either move or vanquish, but I'm gonna put.
You played. Okay.
I'll put 1 at the bottom of my deck, and I am going to fate Dr.
I knew
Facility.
you were going to say that.
It's very, very interesting.
Thanks, Randy.
I'm sorry.
Very helpful.
You want me to be quick? I need to be thinking about my next lineup. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I am going to discard the Evening Star, and we're going to play Tiana. All of Dr. Facilier's card costs are increased by 1 power. We're going to put it on the Bayou.
Okay. So right up here.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so
And then I believe,
each time a hero with a strength of 3 or less.
is it 3 or less?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's not attached.
It's not.
That's okay.
Okay. And that ends my turn.
Move right again back to Flaversham's. Gain 3 power.
Jesus.
So
much power.
I kind of need that for a minute, but what I'm gonna do is I can activate 2 cards. I'm gonna spend 1 to get gears. I'm gonna put that layer for the time being.
What are the gears do again?
The gears, when you play an item, you may discard gears from your realm to reduce the cost by that item by 3.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna leave them at secret lair, and I'm gonna do another 2 to play Royal Robes, and I need to be at the secret lair to activate it to gain 2 power, and it's gonna be a Flower Special Shop.
Ooh.
No, they go off this card, but I won't do that yet. So I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. So since I had done Beauty Sleep, I'm going to pick up 2 power. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm going to move Depot over to here. Because I can. That goes bye-bye. Move Isma to Pacha's house. I am going to play. I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to put Imperial Guards down here. am going to Fate Facilier. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put Lewis here. Discard that. Basically, if Dr. Facilier moves to Lewis's location, Dr. Facilier must reveal his hand to an opponent of his choice. That opponent chooses a card to put into the fortune pile. And we want to overload his fortune pile.
Just want to make it more difficult
Yeah,
to get
for him
back
to get that
the-
card.
Exactly.
Okay.
Noted.
And that, I believe, ends my turn.
Okay. I have a question.
I have an
So technically, Tiana is not linked to the talisman.
That is
Correct.
correct.
Yeah.
Nobody is linked to the
So
talisman.
the talisman is still
In your control.
in my control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though Tiana got played to the location.
Because it has
Because
to
it
be
has to
3 or
be
less.
3 or less.
There are ways for us to make them weaker,
Okay.
but
So I still control the talisman.
you do
Correct.
currently.
But all my power costs 1 extra right now.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to move Dr. Facilier to the Voodoo Emporium. Pick up the power token. I'm going to play. The cards will tell. If Dr. Facilier is at the Voodoo Emporium, 2 tokens. If Dr. Facilier is at the Voodoo Emporium, shuffle the fortune pile, reveal 3 random cards from it, and resolve their fortune abilities in any order.
That's pretty much going to be the game.
I was like, does he have 3 cards in his deck?
I have 2.
These two.
Oh, man!
So I control Mule.
Successfully moved,
So I
yeah.
grabbed him back, and the fortune says, now that I've pulled him from the fortune, if you control the talisman, you win the game.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of Villainous. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Make sure to go to bloodhaven.com for more of our content, and we'll be back next time for more Villainous. See ya!